Hey, people of Zen, how are you guys doing today? So, what we're going to discuss today is how to adapt to change. But first, if you guys have never been to this channel, what I really love to do here is just inspire the world mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially, because I truly believe that if we all had a holistic balance of each one of those areas on earth, we would live in world peace and eliminate hunger, famine, slavery, war, disease, and have more health, wealth, and abundance together as one human unit on this entire planet. So if you do believe in similar goals, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification so you're notified when new videos are released, and comment below and let me know your thoughts on these different topics that we cover, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into it. So, a couple of questions for the people of Zen out there. Have you ever had your mind set on something, but it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to? Or what about this? You ever get a flat tire while you were driving on the road and have to make a quick decision? So you actually would keep your car from tumbling or getting into an accident, and you had to discover how to pull over safely in the blink of an eye? Well, that means that you had to adapt to change if you actually experience any of those situations or anything similar. So think about this, guys. You ever been at school or at work or something, and you had your mind so set and so focused on some really good food that you had at home, maybe in the refrigerator, like leftovers that maybe you had the day before. They were super tasty, and that's all you could think about the entire day. And as soon as you got home, you ran to the fridge and your leftovers were gone. Somebody had they ate your leftovers. You ever had that happen to you guys? I know that could bring back flashbacks and memories. At least for me it does. And some of you may have gotten angry and just yelled and cried or whatever. But then what do? You had to actually figure out what you're going to eat, because obviously it was gone. You had to accept that fact, even though you were upset, but you had to figure out something else to eat. And again, you had to adapt to that change because you had your mind focused on one thing, and that did not happen the way you planned it. So you had to adapt and adjust it to where maybe you ate a cup of noodles, or maybe you had to go get some food somewhere else, or just make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or whatever it is. You have to adapt to that. Eat a bowl of cereal, something like that. But just really think about that. Let that marinate into your subconscious mind. But how do you adapt to change when creating success for yourself? That's another question I have for you. So whether it be a business that you're working on, or a way to have a better diet, or anything in between. So I want to give you just some basic, quick bullet points on how to adapt to change. So the first thing you want to do is actually, again, develop the right mindset and prepare for it. Because just like the scenario that I gave you before regarding the food in the fridge and it wasn't there, you have to anticipate and kind of expect things to not necessarily, and it may be contradictory to where you don't want to think. So I don't want you to get this confused with thinking negative, because you are your thoughts and you attract what you think about. However, if you prepare your mind to be able to accept any type of situation, then you'll actually be better at adapting and knowing, okay, let me prepare for this, or if something did actually not go so right, you would know how to deal with it, is what I'm trying to say, to where instead of letting it cripple you and paralyze you with fear and anxiety. So you want to prepare your mind to not necessarily expect something wrong to happen, but just have the ability to deal with it. Because life will not be perfect. That never happens to anyone, no matter how positive you think. And when you're able to adapt to it and expect it, you'll be able to deal with it better. Now, again, this is inevitable to think about, and there's no reason to fight it, because we all know that things will happen in life that we don't expect, that we don't want, that we can't control. But again, when you just have that mental capacity to deal with it, and then when something happens, it would not be as bad, or you'll be able to get through it a lot quicker. Also, you want to start on solutions that will benefit you instead of having a victim mindset. So what do I mean by that? To where, similar to what I've discussed right now, think of solutions again. So for example, if you think of an outcome that maybe it won't benefit you, like for example, you're driving and no one wants to get a flat tire, right? But if you do, you're prepared for that. Whether if you have AAA, you can just call them, they will help you out. That's being prepared. Or you have a jack in your car or something, but you want to be prepared for that. So have some mental outcome tools available that you can use, so then if something does happen, you can adapt to it quickly and be able to move on. So you want to, again, work on solutions that will benefit you instead of having a victim mindset and saying, well, this happened to, I'm the victim here and I can't do anything else because of blah, blah, blah. You don't want to have that victim mindset, okay? Also, that this is a blessing in disguise from God Almighty above. And this is a new path that, again, you are meant to walk on, because God doesn't give us anything that we cannot handle, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. So just keep that in your mind. Everything that happens to us, it helps us grow, becomes better. We adapt. We just are able to become a stronger, wiser, better person from all the experiences that we have experienced being on this earth. So again, you can handle and adapt that. So that's actually all that I have for this quick audio blog. Is just how to adapt to change. It was very simple. Don't want to give you too long of a list, but these are very easy to implement. You can jot these down. You can rewind this, or I guess go back. I should say not rewind, because thinking of like old school VHS tapes shows how old I am, right? Or like tape cassettes. But you can go back and just kind of write some of this down and think about it as far as in your personal experiences and how it can relate to you. And then let me know in the comments below what you think about that, or if you actually use any of these tactics or techniques to actually help you adapt to some type of change. Well, as always, I want to leave you guys with a quote of the day, and this quote's from Jimmy Dean. And Jimmy says, "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination." This is Greg with Planet Green Zen signing off. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Planet Green Zen, inspiring the everyday person to break free from the mundane and take action.